In part 3, we stopped in the portion where the astrologer told the stranger to go home and never come back. Now we will continue from where we stopped. Why should I leave home again? The other said reflectively. I was only going away now and then to look for him and to choke out his life if I met him. He shook his head regretfully. So the stranger replied the astrologer, saying, Why should I leave home again? Even now I am out because I want to look for this man who tried to kill me. But he shook his head regretfully, meaning he is feeling very sad that he did not get the chance to take revenge. He has escaped my hands. I hope at least he died as he deserved. Yes, said the astrologer. The stranger said, Even though I did not get the chance to take revenge against this man who tried to kill me, I hope at least he died the way he deserved. To this, the astrologer said, Yes. So let's listen to how he died. He was crushed under a lorry. The other looked gratified to hear it. So the astrologer said that the person who tried to kill you was crushed under a truck. He was killed in an accident. Hearing this, the stranger was very happy. Okay, he looked satisfied, here it says. The place was deserted by the time the astrologer picked up his articles and put them into his bag. The green shaft was also gone, leaving the place in darkness and silence. The stranger had gone off into the night after giving the astrologer a handful of coins. After the astrologer spoke with the stranger, the place was deserted. Okay, it was lonely and dark. Everyone in the park, everyone in the place had already gone home. So, the astrologer also picked up his articles and put them into his bag. There was no more light in that area. And before the stranger left, he gave him a handful of coins. It was nearly midnight when the astrologer reached home. His wife was waiting for him at the door and demanded an explanation. He flung the coins at her and said, Count them. One man gave all that. When the astrologer reached home, it was almost midnight, and his wife was standing at the door very angry. Okay, she wanted an explanation as to why he was late. So, seeing her anger, he flung the coins at her and said, Count them. Okay, I got it from one man. Seeing the coins, do you think she will still be angry? Okay, let's see. 12.5 annas, she said, counting. She was overjoyed. I can buy some jaggery and coconut tomorrow. The child has been asking for sweets for so many days now. I will prepare some nice stuff for her. As she was counting the coins, she was overjoyed. Okay, she was so happy. She said, 12.5 annas. I can finally buy some jaggery and coconut tomorrow for our child, since she has been asking for sweets for so many days now. So, the money made this woman very, very happy. So she did not get angry with her husband any longer. The swine has cheated me. He promised me a rupee, said the astrologer. She looked up at him. You look worried. What is wrong? Nothing. So the astrologer was very angry at the stranger. Why? Because he has cheated him. Remember, the astrologer has demanded a rupee and the stranger has accepted the deal. But in the darkness, he gave him just 12.5 annas. Now the wife looked at the astrologer and said, You look worried. What happened to you? And he replied, Nothing. Nothing happened to me. After dinner, sitting on the pew, he told her, Do you know a great load is gone from me today? I thought I had the blood of a man on my hands all these years. That was the reason why I ran away from home, settled here, and married you. He is alive. She gasped, You tried to kill? After the astrologer had dinner, he was sitting on his chair and began telling his life story to his wife. He said, Today all my burden has been relieved. The burden that I had been carrying for so long had been relieved. Okay, he told his wife, I had a blood of a man on my hands all these years. He even told her that that was the reason why he ran away from home, settled in Malgudi, and married her. He told his wife that the person whom he tried to kill is alive. Now, whom do you think this person is? It's the stranger. So, all that the astrologer had been telling the stranger is about him and the stranger. The murderer is the astrologer. In the past, okay, during their youth, they had a fight. So, the astrologer tried to kill the stranger with a knife. But since the stranger did not die, the astrologer ran away from his village in fear of being caught. So, this is how he settled in Malgudi and got married to this woman. His wife was very shocked to hear the story. She said, You tried to kill? And he replied, Yes, in our village. When I was a silly youngster, we drank, gambled, and quarreled badly one day. Why think of it now? Time to sleep, he said, yawning and stretched himself on the pillow. Now let us recap the story. Who is the astrologer? The astrologer is simply the murderer who tried to kill the stranger. Why did he come to Malgudi? He came to Malgudi in fear of being caught because he tried to kill the stranger. And was he a real astrologer? No, he was a fake astrologer. He pretended to be an astrologer, but in reality, he was a murderer. He came to Malgudi trying to run away from the man whom he tried to kill. But one day, okay, this particular day, the man whom he tried to kill, Guru Nayak, passed by his shop. And this is how they encountered each other. Okay, but luckily Guru Nayak had no idea of who his murderer is. So this is why he asked this man, okay, the astrologer, to help him find out who his murderer is. We can see how clever this astrologer is. Now, if he had said, I was the person who tried to kill you. Now, do you think the stranger will ever leave him? No, he will be attacked or even killed by the stranger. But the astrologer was wise and clever enough to save his own life by twisting the story and telling the stranger that the person who had tried to kill him had died 4 months ago. Remember, the astrologer told Guru Nayak to go home and never come back, otherwise, he will be in danger. The reason is that the astrologer was trying to save his own life. If Guru Nayak loiters around the village, eventually, okay, he might find out that the astrologer is his killer. So this is why the astrologer cleverly tells the stranger Guru Nayak to go away from Malgudi and never come back. So, with this, we come to the end of the story. I hope you are clear. If you are not clear, you can always go back to your study material section in Teachment and find the story from the introduction till part 4.